Have you ever sensed it? That subtle shift, the way she pulls away without a word, without a fight, just silence. And in that silence, a thought creeps into your mind. What happened? You tell yourself it's nothing. You tell yourself you'll wait, give her space. But the longer the silence lingers, the louder it becomes. Is she losing interest? Should I say something? What if she's already gone? And this is where most men break. They reach out first. They apologize for things they never did. They send a long message, pouring out their emotions, hoping for reassurance. And in that moment, they lose everything. Because she wasn't pulling away to leave. She was pulling away to see if you would break first. This is not about love. This is not about fate. This is about power. And whether you realize it or not, you are being tested. Most men fail this test because they make the fatal mistake of reacting. And the moment you chase, the moment you reach, the moment you crumble under the weight of uncertainty, she wins. She now knows you need her more than she needs you. And once a woman sees you this way, as a man who depends on her, attraction dies. But here's the paradox. The moment you do not break, the moment you embrace the silence, the moment you stand firm in absolute calm, everything changes. Because now, she is the one who starts questioning. Did I make a mistake? Why isn't he reacting? Is he stronger than I thought? And when those doubts creep into her mind, you've already won. Because the man who does not chase is the man she cannot forget. This is where most men fall apart. But today you won't. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you will understand why she is testing you, how to pass the test, and how to ensure she regrets ever doubting your strength. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I control my emotions, not her. Now let's begin. Number 1. The break first trap. Why she's testing you. She hasn't disappeared. She hasn't moved on. She's watching, waiting, observing. Not because she wants you back, but because she wants to see if you are still under her spell. A woman doesn't need to argue. She doesn't need to block you. She doesn't need to chase you. She already knows the most powerful weapon she has is silence. And if that silence makes you anxious, if it makes you doubt yourself, if it makes you reach out first, then she wins. She now knows you are still emotionally invested. She doesn't need to wonder if you miss her. Your actions have already answered that for her. Why women test you? A woman does not test you to be cruel. She does not always do it consciously. She does it for certainty. Because no matter what she says, she needs to know, is he really the strong man I thought he was? Attraction is not just about looks or charm. It is about a woman's deep, instinctual need to be with a man who is grounded, unshaken, and in control. So she pulls back. She becomes distant. She creates uncertainty. Because in that uncertainty, a man's true character is revealed. A weak man will panic. A desperate man will chase. An emotional man will seek validation. And the moment you do any of these things, she gets her answer. He wasn't as strong as I thought. And once respect is lost, it rarely returns. How most men fail this test. Most men don't even realize they are being tested. They assume if she pulls away, it means she is losing interest. She is moving on. I must act now before she forgets me. And that is how they fail. Because the moment she withdraws, they react out of fear. They start texting her more, hoping to pull her back. They start apologizing for things they never did, just to get a response. They start seeking closure, believing a conversation will fix everything. But every text, every call, every attempt to fix things only proves her doubts were right. She pulled away to see if you were strong, and you showed her you were not. Why you cannot afford to fail this test. There is one truth you must understand. If you break once, she will never see you the same way again. She might forgive a mistake. She might give second chances. But once she sees you as weak, desperate, or emotionally dependent, she will never feel true attraction again. Attraction is not something you convince a woman to feel. It is something she either feels or she doesn't. And once it is lost, it rarely returns. This is why failing this test is not an option. This is why you must stand firm. Because the moment you show her that you are a man who does not beg, does not chase, does not fold under pressure, that is the moment she begins to doubt herself. She wonders, did I misjudge him? Why isn't he reacting? Was he actually stronger than I thought? And when those doubts creep into her mind, you have already won, because the man who does not chase is the man she cannot forget. So tell me, will you pass the test, or will you break first? 2. Why Stoicism is the ultimate weapon against emotional manipulation. I'm going to tell you something. A man who cannot control his emotions cannot control his life. Most men believe power in relationships comes from saying the right things, from chasing at the right time, from proving how much they care. But the truth, power comes from control. Control over your thoughts, control over your emotions, control over your reactions. Because the moment a woman realizes that she can push you into emotional chaos, that she can make you lose control, that she can dictate how you feel, she will never see you as a leader again. And this is why Stoicism is the ultimate weapon. Because a Stoic man does not react. He does not break under pressure. He does not hand over his power. And when a woman pulls away, when she withdraws her attention, when she tests you with silence, a Stoic man does not chase. He remains still. He remains calm. He remains in control. And this is what makes her question everything. The power of self-control. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of Stoic power. You do not control her decisions. You do not control her emotions. You do not control whether she comes back. But you do control how you respond. And that response, that is where true power lies. A weak man reacts. A strong man observes. A weak man chases. A strong man waits. A weak man seeks answers. A strong man accepts the unknown. And the moment you step into this mental clarity, the moment you truly embrace the philosophy of Stoicism, you will realize you never needed to chase her at all. Because the truth is, she was never testing to see if you would chase her. She was testing to see if you were the kind of man who never needed to. Why women are drawn to a Stoic man. A woman may be attracted to a man's looks. She may be drawn to his confidence. She may be interested in his status. But nothing holds a woman's attention like a man who is completely in control of himself. Why? Because in a world full of men who are desperate, reactive, and emotionally fragile, a Stoic man stands apart. He does not argue over trivial matters. He does not beg for attention. He does not lose sleep over someone who has already walked away. And that is rare. Women are instinctively drawn to strength, and the greatest strength a man can possess is mastery over himself. What happens when you stop reacting? When a woman realizes she no longer has control over your emotions, she starts to feel something she never expected. Regret. She starts wondering, why isn't he chasing? Why does he seem completely unaffected? Did I underestimate him? And the longer you hold your ground, the longer you remain detached, calm, unshaken, the more the power shifts back to you. Because the moment she realizes that her absence does not weaken you, that is the moment she starts questioning herself. Epictetus said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master." The same is true for anyone capable of controlling your emotions. A man who lets a woman's actions dictate his reactions is a man who has already lost. But a man who remains unshaken, composed, and in full control of himself, that is a man who commands respect. That is a man who never chases. That is a man who makes her regret ever doubting him. That is who you must become. 3. What happens when you don't break? The power shift. Most men never reach this moment, because most men break first. They panic, they chase, they react, and the moment they do, the power is lost. But the man who does not break, the man who remains calm, unshaken, and in control, forces a shift without saying a single word. She thought she knew exactly how you would respond. She assumed you'd reach out, apologize, explain yourself. She expected you to chase. But when you do nothing, when you allow her silence to be met with more silence, she starts to feel it. At first, she will act unbothered. She will post as if nothing has changed. She may even start going out more, showing the world how happy she is. But make no mistake, this is not confidence. This is a reaction to something she never expected, your indifference. And as the days pass, something shifts. She starts checking her phone, expecting your name to appear. At first, she tells herself, he must just be waiting for me to message first. Then, after a few days, maybe he's upset but he'll reach out soon. Then, why hasn't he said anything? A small doubt forms, and that doubt, it grows. She begins searching for signs that you're still affected. She wonders if you're watching her stories, if you're thinking about her, if you're waiting. But when she finds nothing, she starts thinking about you more than before. This is not love. This is the human mind craving what it does not understand. She assumed you would be predictable, that she could leave and still have a place in your mind. But now, you are a mystery, and the human mind cannot resist a mystery. She starts to question if she miscalculated your worth. Maybe she overestimated her power over you. Maybe you were stronger than she thought. Maybe, just maybe, she was the one who made the mistake. And when that thought enters her mind, you have already won. Because now, she is no longer focused on the past. She is not thinking about what you did wrong. She is thinking about what she may have lost. And this is where real power is built. Because by now you have detached. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer hoping. And the moment she sees that you are not chasing, not reacting, not breaking, she begins to feel something she never expected. Regret. She realizes that she was not testing your patience. She was testing your value. And if you were truly a high-value man, you would never need to chase in the first place. At some point, whether it takes weeks or months, she will break the silence. It may not be direct. It may be a simple, "Hey, how have you been?" A random like on an old post. A memory shared, just to see if you respond. But understand this, she is not coming back because she misses you. She is coming back because she feels your power. She thought you would be waiting. She thought she could return at any time. But now she isn't so sure. And this is where the ultimate power shift occurs. Because the moment you realize you no longer care if she comes back or not, that is the moment you are truly free. You have stepped beyond the need for validation. You have left behind the emotional traps that hold most men in place. You are no longer controlled by the emotions of others. You are led by discipline, by purpose, by something greater. And the irony, the moment she senses that she no longer controls your emotions, is the moment she will want you more than ever. 4. The ultimate power move, emotional detachment. The strongest man in the room is the one who feels nothing, not because he is cold, not because he is numb, but because he is in control. A man who is detached cannot be manipulated. He cannot be swayed by emotions, by temptation, by the fear of loss. And that is why he is dangerous. Most men fail because they are too attached, to outcomes, to people, to the illusion of control. They believe that if they just do or say the right thing, they can force a situation to go their way. But a Stoic man, a man of true discipline, he does not operate this way. He knows that the more he desires something, the more control it has over him. So he trains himself to desire nothing. Emotional detachment is not about suppressing feelings. It is about mastering them. It is the ability to look at a situation that once consumed you and feel absolutely nothing. It is the ability to hear her name and not react, to see her face and not care, to feel the silence and remain unaffected. And when a woman realizes that she no longer has power over your emotions, she will feel something she never expected: panic. Because the moment a man no longer wants her, he becomes the man she cannot forget. This is where most men fail. They say they are moving on, but deep down they are still waiting, still hoping, still reacting. They check her social media. They replay old memories. They let the ghost of her presence linger in their mind. But a man who is truly detached, he does not check. He does not wonder. He does not wait. He moves forward with such force, such intensity, such conviction, that by the time she realizes she was wrong, she is looking at a man she no longer recognizes. And that is real power. Because when a woman sees that you have evolved beyond her, that you have become something greater than what she left behind, she will feel true regret. And here is the paradox. The man who no longer needs her becomes the man she wants the most. 5. The moment she comes back, the ultimate test. And then, it happens. After weeks, maybe months of silence, she returns. Not because she had an epiphany, not because she suddenly realized your worth, not because she regrets leaving. She returns to see if she still has control. Most men fail at this moment, because the second they hear from her, they collapse. They tell themselves, "This is my chance. This means she still cares." They rush to reply, eager to undo the past. They let her back in, and in doing so, they throw away everything they built. But a man of discipline, a man who has mastered detachment, a man who understands his own worth, he does not break, because he sees the game for what it is. She is not coming back because she loves you. She is coming back because she feels your absence. She expected you to be waiting, to be watching, to be hoping, but instead, she found silence. And that silence, it drove her mad. She began to wonder, did I make a mistake? She started thinking, why isn't he reacting? She began to question, was he stronger than I thought? And as that doubt grew, her control weakened. So now she is reaching out. Remember, not because she wants you back, but because she wants to see if she still owns a piece of your mind. And the second you give her that reassurance, she is gone again. This is the final test, and how you respond determines everything. If you break, if you show excitement, if you let her back in with open arms, she will take it as confirmation that you were simply waiting. And once she has that reassurance, she will leave again. But if you remain unshaken, if you do not jump at the bait, if you show her that her return is irrelevant to your path, you win. Because for the first time, she is the one feeling the loss. She expected you to still be there, to still be the same man she left. But now, she is standing in front of someone completely transformed. And that is a reality she was not prepared for. The only response that holds power. You do not ignore her out of anger. You do not act cold out of spite. You remain calm, composed, and indifferent. If you respond at all, you do so on your terms. A simple, short message. Nothing emotional, nothing needy, nothing that gives her the satisfaction of knowing she still affects you. Because by now, you no longer care. And when a woman realizes that she can no longer trigger an emotional reaction in you, she finally understands what she lost. Not just a man, but a man who was truly irreplaceable. 6. The ultimate power, walking away and never looking back. This is it, the final moment, not for her, for you. Because by now she has felt it. She has felt the confusion when you didn't chase. She has felt the curiosity when you stayed silent. She has felt the doubt when you didn't react. And now she is standing in front of a man she no longer understands. Because she expected you to break. She expected you to wait. She expected you to still need her. But instead, she found a man who moved on without looking back. This is where most men hesitate. They wonder, should I give her another chance? Maybe she's changed. Maybe this means something. No, she did not return because she changed. She returned because she felt your strength. And the moment you let her back in, she no longer feels it. The man she once doubted, the man she once tested, the man she once walked away from. The moment he takes her back, he is no longer the man she regrets losing. And that is why the ultimate power move is not rejection. It is not playing games. It is not trying to make her jealous. It is walking away and never looking back. Because you have outgrown her. You are no longer the man she left. You are no longer waiting in the past. You are no longer trapped in the version of yourself she once knew. You have evolved. You have built yourself. You have become something far greater than she ever expected. And the truth is, she is no longer worthy of the man you have become. So you do not give her another chance. You do not let her back in. You simply move forward, with power, with control, with absolute certainty that the only direction worth going is forward. This was never about her. It was never about making her regret. It was never about winning the breakup. It was about you. Because the truth is, she was simply the test. A test to see if you were a man in control of himself, or a man controlled by his emotions. Most men fail this test. They chase, they break, they beg. But the few who pass, they do not just move on. They do not just heal. They evolve. They become stronger, more disciplined, more powerful than they ever were before. And by the time she realizes what she lost, you will already be too far ahead for it to matter. If you found value in this, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I do not chase, I do not break, I rise. Because that is the mindset of a man who is truly unshakable. And if that is who you choose to become, then the world has no choice but to respect you. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward. This is your time.